Welcome to Cycling Secrets. Today we're talking about slipstreaming. In this diagram you can see the normal airflow around a single cyclist. It's broken at the front, flows around the side and over the top of the cyclist to resume its normal flow behind them. In doing so, it forms a vacuum in behind the cyclist, and this is what you can take advantage of when you're slipstreaming. When slipstreaming behind another cyclist, your effort can be reduced by as much as 30%. To get the full benefit of this, you do have to follow very closely, no more than 12 inches or 30 centimeters behind their back wheel. Now obviously, if you're following this closely, you do have to be very careful and should never overlap wheels like this. Inevitably, you'll knock wheels with the person in front, you'll fall off, and everyone behind you will crash into you. If there's a side wind, then you'll have to sit off a little bit to the side behind the cyclist in front to get the full benefit of their slipstream. If you're in front, you have a responsibility to those behind you because of their reduced visibility. Usually hand signals are used to indicate hazards in the road surface, objects on the road, or other cyclists you may happen to pass.
Welcome back to Cycling Secrets. Today we'll be looking at group riding and specifically rolling turns. As we've seen in previous videos, you get a huge energy saver when drafting behind another cyclist. So obviously, when you have a group of cyclists, they can all work together to take advantage of this. This will usually mean taking turns at the front where all the work is being done. One common way of doing this is rolling turns. When rolling turns, there are two lines of cyclists. The outside line of cyclists are riding a little faster than those on the inside. As the outside lead cyclist reaches the front, they will pull off and lower their speed to join the slower inner line. Reaching the back of this line, they will pull into the outer, faster line and increase their speed to match. In this way, there is a constant revolving of the group and the work is shared, meaning greater speed for longer. There are a few things to pay attention to here. You all need to be working together and on the same page, even if you plan on smashing everyone at 200 meters to go. As you reach the front of the line and pull off, it is vital that you ease off to meet the speed of the inside line. If you don't, then the rhythm of the group will be thrown out. The guy behind you will have to speed up further to move ahead of you, and you'll both use energy you could have conserved. And this will have an adverse effect right down the line. You need to judge carefully when to pull off at the front, ensuring you're clear of the bike you'll be moving in front of. A quick glance down and under your arm at the inside will help you to place their front wheel, so you can make the transition smoothly. When reaching the back, pay attention to the riders passing you so you can smoothly join the outside line. Things can change back here. You may find some riders hang out of the rolling turns and stay at the back, usually because they're too fatigued to maintain the pace at the front. A common way to let you know that you shouldn't be waiting for anyone else to pull past is a "yep" from behind you, indicating you're good to join the line. As with any group ride situation, keep a close eye on the wheel in front, making sure you don't cross wheels, whilst maintaining a broader awareness of what's going on up ahead. If you need to slow, endeavour to do this as smoothly as possible. Changing speed suddenly is a recipe for disaster in these situations, so either use the brakes very gently or set up into the wind, which can effectively slow your speed. When this works, and everyone knows what's going on, it's a beautiful thing. It does take awareness, discipline and control to make it happen. So now you know, you just have to go out and get on with it. As always, any questions, any requests, let us know. See you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Welcome back to Cycling Secrets. This week, we're continuing a short series on group riding. This time we'll look at social turns, echelons, and pacelines. We've talked about the advantage of drafting behind other cyclists and looked at rolling turns. There are other ways of rotating the work. One of these is social turns, for lack of a better name. This is used when the pace is more relaxed, and as opposed to rolling turns, the rotation is not constant. The two lead cyclists will take their turn at the front for as long as they mutually agree to, pulling off to the outer sides and falling to the back of the group when they're done. Obviously, this requires more road space, so be aware of the traffic conditions if you are taking turns like this. When there is a headwind, an echelon is often used to maximize speed and efficiency. It functions effectively the same way as rolling turns, except that based on the wind direction, the cyclists will fan out across the road behind to avoid the direct wind. The thing to remember here is to pull off into the wind. This rule dictates which way the group is rotating. Obviously, the size of the echelon is constrained by the width of the road space you have available, and this can be used as a deliberate tactical advantage when racing, but more on that in later videos. Finally, pacelines. These are used when speed is the priority and efficiency is less important. You'll see these in team time trials or lead-out trains into sprint finishes. There's a single line of riders. The lead rider will pull off after a certain period and drift to the back. As speed is the aim, you can pull through here as fast as you want. The rider who's pulled off is likely spent. If that's you, then make sure you drift to the back at a speed that will allow you to join on the end of the line easily. So, if you have any questions, please post them below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already, and head to CyclingSecrets.com for more advice, tips, ebooks, and DVDs. See you next time.